video covers the IGCSE Biology Objective 3.1.2 on the 2025 CAIE syllabus to state where the energy for random movement and diffusion comes from. So, if you recall from the last video, we mentioned that this idea of random movement is ingrained in the definition of diffusion, where we have molecules moving from region 1 in our diagram to region 2, down a concentration gradient, because region 1 has a higher concentration than region 2. And the way that they move is through this process of random movement. So what actually is random movement? So random movement just means that the molecules do not have a specific path that they are traveling and undergoes a sudden change in motion, which allows them now to change their location. So this random change in motion could look something like this diagram that's here, where the molecule has just moved in a certain direction and then it moves in another direction and another direction. So this happens in fluids. Fluids are liquids and gases, so this kind of motion happens in fluids, and it is called Brownian motion, which is this random movement of particles. So let's talk about where the energy comes from. So we know that movement is kinetic energy, so the energy that the particles have in order to move from region 1 to region 2 is kinetic energy. But the energy has to be converted from somewhere, and that energy comes from the thermal energy in the environment around the molecules. So we know that molecules that have thermal energy will move. So the more thermal energy that there is in the environment, that then gets incorporated into the molecule and can be converted into kinetic energy, the faster the molecule will move, as depicted in this little animation, with the blue molecules moving slower than the red molecules. So the energy for diffusion originates from thermal energy in the environment, which is then transferred to the molecule and is then converted into kinetic energy to allow for the random movement of those particles in a liquid or in a gas.